How many times have you needed to whip up a quick dish to satisfy your friends, partner, or parents? Pasta is undoubtedly a dish that brings much satisfaction. Hello everyone! Today, let's unravel the secrets to cooking the perfect pasta, more like the common mistakes to avoid. And by the end of the video, I'll reveal a trick you can use in the preparation of any dish. Quantity. First and foremost, we need to be sure about the quantity. You can prepare pasta in abundance, even for your pets like I do. But based on the quantity, there will be a crucial decision to make because, from the start, the size of the pot is a critical factor. Especially if you're cooking long pasta and you have a pot that's too small, you run the risk that the pasta remains outside the water and doesn't cook evenly. Another common mistake is not putting enough water in the pot. Unlike ever before in this case, it's better to be generous with the water. Pasta in the water. The second typical mistake is to toss the pasta into boiling water. Yes, you need to wait for it to boil and leave it there. The pasta should be stirred immediately for the simple reason that the temperature difference with the bottom of the pot would cause it to stick to the metal if not stirred. I'm not saying you need to stir your pasta all the time. You simply need to stir it a couple of times at the beginning and a few more times during cooking. Salt. Remember, the pasta water needs to be salted, and for this reason, it's necessary to pay attention to the quantities. It's definitely better to add less and adjust later than to add too much and make the pasta inedible. We can solve this problem by looking at the next point. Tasting the pasta! To determine with absolute certainty the pasta's cooking state and simultaneously verify if the salt you added is sufficient, I always do something very simple. Without paying attention to what's written on the package regarding cooking times, I simply taste the pasta several times. This helps me check if there's too little salt and to assess the pasta's firmness. Please avoid embarrassing situations like those videos where someone throws spaghetti against the wall, thinking that if they stick, they're cooked perfectly. The only certain effect is that you've made a mess on the wall. When is the pasta ready? Let's talk about the pasta's firmness for a moment. The so-called al dente pasta still has a small core of firmness in the center. I like it this way. While if you keep cooking for another 30 seconds, you'll have perfectly cooked pasta. Cook it beyond that, and you'll no longer have pasta, but a gelatinous mass of flour that may or may not be to your liking, but I wouldn't risk it. However, it's not always necessary to drain the pasta when it's ready to be served. There are recipes where the pasta is finished cooking outside the pot, for example, on the fat from the guanciale left inside a pan. For example, pasta alla gricia. In this case, you sauté the pasta in the pan. By the way, if you're interested in pasta alla gricia, I will soon publish a video about this delicious way of preparing pasta. A trick! A trick I can share with you is that once the cooking is done, drain the pasta in a colander and then put it back comfortably in the pot, waiting of course for all the cooking water to drain away. The pot will still be warm, so it will maintain a certain temperature, preserving your dish's warmth. At this point, whether you set it aside in portions to eat later, maybe for your favorite pets, it's good to immediately add 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil, stirring it just 3 or 4 times so that the heat of the pan doesn't make the just drained pasta stick. You'll then have pasta ready to be consumed immediately, or pasta ready to be divided into portions to be consumed later. Final trick! I promised you a little useful kitchen trick for all occasions. Well, here it is. Taste, taste, taste. So you can know if you're about to poison your partner, or in any case, it's useful to check for any errors in the preparation. This is advice that applies to all dishes in all kitchens. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Coming soon, I'll be posting some videos of very unique recipes from Italian regional cuisine.